Gap Year Travel with Oyster Worldwide. Oyster Worldwide are gap year and responsible travel experts. We've been sending travellers out to exciting destinations all around the world since 2006. We help people discover, book and organise their dream adventures abroad, whether it's an internship, paid work placement, tour or volunteering trip. So what is a gap year? Well, a gap year is basically just a break from education or work. And despite the name, it doesn't always have to be 12 months. Mini gaps are getting a lot more popular. So this might be visiting one place for a month and another place a few months later, or maybe you'll just go on a shorter break for a couple of weeks and then go somewhere for longer later in the year. It's really up to you, and it all depends on what you want to get out of it. So why take a gap year? Please feel free to pause the video if you want to take a moment to think about this or discuss some ideas before I go through some of our answers to this question. Here's a selection of answers, though of course it will be totally different for everyone. You may want to make new friends. It's a great chance to build confidence by stepping outside of your comfort zone and navigating some different kinds of life situations. You may want some time to think about the future and decide what you want to do next or what you really enjoy. You may want to learn some new vocational skills or perhaps a new language. Whether you're volunteering or working, your travels are sure to strengthen your CV. But you might also choose to do a paid work program so that you can earn a bit of money while seeing the world. It could also be a great opportunity to develop more cultural sensitivity and understand how people of different backgrounds live. It may prove to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many of you, as generally it's a lot easier to afford to travel before you have commitments like a mortgage or kids to pay for. Now, if you haven't already done some research, you're probably wondering what the options are. And the answer is, the options are endless. You could choose to do some paid work overseas, maybe a ski season. You could volunteer in the field of animal welfare and conservation. You could dive into a marine conservation project, get involved with an environmental program or internship, volunteer with kids as a teacher or sports coach, or embark on a backpacking tour adventure. Let's take a look at some of the options in a bit more detail. First up, ski seasons. As back in the day, this is where Oyster started too. And it's still one of our most popular choices for gap year travellers, as it offers so much in just the one trip. Mesmerising scenery, adventurous activity, something for your CV, and the chance to make some money. There are numerous roles going from hospitality work to snow support in and around some of the world's most renowned ski resorts. Ski experience is not always necessary unless, of course, you're applying to be an instructor. But if you're looking for some more ideas for paid work options abroad, we have a variety of roles up for grabs in a few different locations internationally. If you have experience working in the outdoors, you might want to do some farm work in Australia. If you prefer city life, you may prefer to work in a bar in Sydney. Or perhaps you'd rather spend your time teaching English to kids in Thailand or Vietnam. Whichever option you choose, there really is no better way to experience what a country and culture is all about than by living and working as a local. Let's see what life is like working a ski season in Canada.
Levi Hallett, 19 years old from White Rock, BC. I work with 3 and 4-year-old minis, so I started about 8:30, pick up my class and go up the hill. And it really kind of changes every second. One minute I could be skiing a black diamond with my class, the next minute I could be doing a snowman or having a snowball fight.
And I just love seeing their laughter, hearing them scream over going little bumps or everything. It's just so much fun to watch them. I'm going to finish my day with a huge smile on my face every day.
Day I'm on the mountain.
It opens a lot of doors as well for a lot of different opportunities.
Teaching kids for me is just wonderful. You can have little 3-year-olds, 3-year-old kids to 12, 13-year-old kids, and it's so easy to teach them because they get so excited about everything.
By far, this is the best ski school I've ever worked at. The training here is 1,000 times better than anywhere else you'll ever be. You've got amazing instructors, amazing trainers. Just look around, it's amazing.
But I almost love summers more. I moved here for the winter, but summers are amazing.
Biking, hiking.
And you can still ski here.
I've done guiding on local gondolas.
I work at the bike park in the summertime too.
Absolutely do it. It'll be the best thing you do in your life.
Whistler's the best place you can possibly instruct.
Now, if you're an animal lover, you'll be pleased to know that Oyster works closely with a number of animal welfare projects and NGOs worldwide, from Europe to Africa to Asia to South America. Some roles support animals in rescue sanctuaries, and some work to support them in their natural habitat. All of the projects offer great opportunities for anyone who loves animals or who is thinking of a career that involves work of this nature. All of our projects are thoroughly researched and vetted and have been visited by a member of our team. This means we can guarantee the utmost standards of animal welfare and ensure that the work of the project is beneficial to both the animals and the people involved. If you love nature but want a project that isn't so hands-on with animals, you could volunteer at a conservation project. This is a great way to contribute to a number of environmental causes and to help restore areas that have been damaged by humans. You could help out with reducing food waste, ridding the sea of plastic, or building structures and systems which allow humans and animals to live harmoniously together. Again, we have projects in many places worldwide, from Europe all the way to New Zealand. Marine conservation has never been more important. The sea temperatures are rising, coral reefs are dying, irresponsible fishing and diving practices are common across the world, and by 2050, it is estimated that there will be more plastic in our oceans than fish. If this is something you often find yourself thinking about, you might decide to give your time to a marine conservation project. There are a variety of roles on offer, both on the beach or below the sea, so not all of them require you to dive. One that doesn't involve diving is our turtle project in Costa Rica, so let's see what life is like over there. Let's move on to internships. Through interning, you are supporting local communities whilst gaining a depth of knowledge that will greatly enhance your CV or a university application. We have opportunities available in numerous different areas, from veterinary and medical internships to sports coaching and even marine conservation placements. No matter the placement, you will be offering much needed assistance in human and animal care and in locations where the support is very much needed. There are also opportunities to study another language and to integrate yourself in local communities. Last but not least are tours. It's something a bit different to volunteering, but many of our tours can be added onto a volunteering trip if you want the best of both worlds. Or you could just choose to do the tour on its own. Tours are a great way to explore a country in a limited time frame, as everything is set up ready for you to enjoy, meaning you can put your energy into learning about the culture and making new friends. It can also be a really cost-effective option, as the fact everything is included means it's easy to budget for your time away. Having a local guide may also mean that you save money on things like shopping, as you have someone there to help you understand how much things should cost. A perfect tour combines must-see famous sites with hidden gems. We ensure that our tours are brimming with breathtaking views, lots of culture, and quirky, exciting activities that will provide you with memories of a lifetime. So where in the world could you go? We currently offer a variety of trips across 19 different countries internationally, and the list is still growing. Have a quick look through. Can you see somewhere that you'd like to visit? Lots of travellers start off their plans by thinking of a destination, even if they're not quite sure what they want to do yet. But let's go through some other things that you might want to consider. Firstly, what experience do you already have? Do you have any experience working with kids or animals? Have you worked in a bar or cafe before? Do you like being around people, or do you prefer doing quieter work? Any experience you have in life matters and will help you orient yourself when choosing a project. Next, what do you want to get out of it? Do you want something for your CV? Are you trying to enhance a university application? Or do you just want to have some fun and let your hair down? You might also consider traveling with a friend or a group of friends. Having a chat to those around you could be a great way to start generating ideas. Of course, money is likely to be a consideration, so it's always helpful to have a budget in mind before you start planning a trip. Last of all, a little note to any maths or physics students out there. Do check with your university to make sure they are happy with you taking a gap year before you study. The majority of them will be, but there can be some limitations for students of those subjects only, so it's better to be safe than sorry. Considering all of these questions will bring about answers that point you in the direction of a trip that works for you. How to afford it? Well, the good news is you don't have to rely on anyone else. You could get a minimum wage weekend job, which could earn you around £5,000 in 6 months. You could also do a paid work program, which will require the original investment, but it will mean that you cover your costs as well as saving some extra money to travel afterwards, or to bring home with you. We offer payment plans for all of our programs, so after you pay the original deposit, we can break the rest of the fee down into manageable chunks and schedule the payments at times that work for you. Other than this, think outside the box. Have you got any clothes that you could put on eBay or Vinted? Do any of your parents' friends need a babysitter? Where there's a will, there's a way. And even if your parents can't help you fund your trip, they may be able to help you out with some ideas for how you can fund it yourself. That brings us to the end of this short introduction to the different types of trips you could take with Oyster. Thanks so much for listening. I hope I've answered some of the questions you may have, but if you want to know more about gap years in general, or about the specific projects we offer at Oyster, head to oysterworldwide.com, where there's plenty more information and inspiration to be found. You can also reach out to our team directly by phone or email, and we'll be happy to talk you through any queries you may have. Our contact details can be found on the contact page of our website. We very much look forward to hearing from you soon and helping you book the adventure of a lifetime.